Ends, this cinema ends, and everything is coming to an end for this long fixture and the new format of the Champions League. This is the match day 8, guys. Oh my god, so much of love, so much of drama, so much of romance, so much of climax into it. Many teams just succumbing to the defeat, whereas some of the potential teams just getting those momentum ready in their bags with the likes of Liverpool, because we are over here for the predictions of this match day 8, what is going to happen, and which are the teams who are going to be in the top 8, who are going to be in the top 24, and which are the teams who are going to be disqualified from this tournament, because this long league phase of the Champions League tournament on the match day 8, here it is, the fixtures which we are talking about. It is Sporting CP, Bologna, Brest, Real Madrid. What are your favorite matches to be played? I mean, all the managers just complaining that this long phase has resulted in the injuries and the teams are not being able to perform to their best. What it is happening in the Champions League because of the 7 match days which has happened, 126 games being played. Oh my god, a total of 144 games to be played, out of that 126 being completed the last match day, but 406 total goals being scored. My eyes just don't believe it. It is 3.23 goals per match. It is per 28 minutes a single goal has been scored. But the vital statistics of this is that in the first half of this tournament, most of the matches which were being played, 170 goals were scored, whereas on the second half of the matches being played, 230. So it is 16 more goals what is going to be in the match day 8, because out of this, if we talk about the club stats, the possession, the passing accuracy, the tackles which are being made, the balls received in their own half, the saves, goalkeepers doing, and the clean sheets by the teams. But it is all about scoring, because in the game of football, if you're having that ball inside the nets of your opposition, then you are going to win it. And these strikers who are running high on it, it is Robert Lewandowski from Barcelona, Rafinha is also there from Barcelona, Guirassy, Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid, Alvarez, that transfer from Manchester City to Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, he is scoring big. Victor Gyökeres, Sporting CP. I mean, Ruben Amorim just left that club and joined Manchester United, but Gyökeres is the man on the hunt for goals in the Champions League as well from the Sporting CP. Haaland, he has got the most conversion chances to be in the Champions League, but not being that clinical this tournament. What is happening with Pep Guardiola? Is he going to scratch his head more, because he is on the verge of getting eliminated if he doesn't win the match day 8 of this tournament? But from Lille, it is Jonathan David with 5 goals. Lille has been impressive, and Jonathan David is making those goals count again and again. Lille has got those upsets against Real Madrid as well. It is Harry Kane from Bayern Munich, that elite striker. I would definitely want him to get as many cups in his bags, because he deserves it more. And Florian Wirtz from Leverkusen, that German new kid in the block, he also has those 5 goals. This is all about the top strikers of this tournament. But we are over here for the result stimulator, that what is going to happen of all the matches which are going to be played today on the match day 8. It is the first game, Sporting CP and Bologna. Talking about Bologna, they are literally just out of this tournament, because they have got those impressive wins in the match day 7 against Borussia Dortmund. But no, Sporting CP, who has been on the 23rd with 10 points, Bologna on the 28th with 5 points, they are on the disqualification. But this game between Sporting CP and Bologna at the home of Sporting CP, I mean, this game, it is the meeting between Sporting CP and Bologna, but Bologna have a record of winning twice against Sporting CP, drawing once, and a loss is once. I mean, if this game, if you talk about Gyökeres and Lukumi, the 2 players from both the clubs, will they make it to be counted? On the game between Sporting CP and Bologna, we would like to give Sporting CP a 1-goal victory over Bologna in this stimulator. And on the next game, it is the likes of PSV and the likes of Liverpool. I mean, PSV Eindhoven 19th on the table, 11 points. Liverpool are just, I mean, undefeatable, invincible. They are doing so good. But Liverpool are unbeaten against the likes of Eindhoven. I mean, if you talk about the start of the Champions League from late back up to the 1954 and 55 seasons, it is Liverpool who has got those 5 wins, 1 draw in the 6 meetings against Eindhoven. And in this game also, Liverpool going against Eindhoven, that is an away game for them. But Liverpool will definitely get at least 2 goals for me. And yes, my predictions for this is that Liverpool winning 8-2 against the likes of Eindhoven. But the young boys and the likes of Crvena Zvezda, I mean, how are going to be looked? Because it is the young boys who at the 36, 0 points, they haven't yet got a win out of it, whereas with only just 1 win, it is Crvena Zvezda. I mean, this is the only pride on stake for the young boys against to be played in the Champions League. Despite the elimination, they will try the best possible. But this is the 7th match between these 2 clubs to be played, with each team taking 1 win and 4 draws and 1 loss. This is the stats between these 2 clubs to be played. So in this, we will just go for a draw for both the teams, because nothing can be much said about it, and the likes of the players doing more better in this is not the much concern to be in the Champions League. The next match, it is between Stuttgart, the Germans, between the Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, to look about PSG, I mean, much of misery is for it, because Stuttgart are on the last spot, 24th with 10 points, whereas PSG are just 2 points ahead on 10 points. Both the teams are having those same points, but the goal difference is what is carrying this. But with these two sides level on the points, Stuttgart and Paris attempt to save their place. It is what it is going to be in this game. And this is Paris' 33rd game against a German team. In that, Paris has won 15, drawn 14 and lost 13, but fell to 1-0 against Bayern, and that was on the matchday 5th. And this is also the game where Paris are going to face Stuttgart. It is the home of Stuttgart, where Paris are traveling this long in the Champions League last matchday 8 fixtures. We would definitely like to give Stuttgart a win of 1 goal over Paris Saint-Germain. May the goal stats be higher, Paris can score 1 more goal, but Stuttgart with a 1 goal difference will definitely come out big over on this game, because Stuttgart on the defensive aspect are definitely too good at their home. On the other hand, it is the Sturm Graz against Leipzig, who hasn't got a win in this competition. What is in store for Leipzig to be happening? Because Leipzig against Sturm Graz, that is a second place of the league phase, because Sturm Graz are at the 33rd with 3 points, and Leipzig are at the 30th spot with 3 points as well. Leipzig, I mean, they have just nailed it too badly. I mean, the fixtures as well as the injuries of the players from Leipzig, I mean, to talk about Poulsen, Xavi Simons, as well as so many of them were injured, Leipzig just couldn't make it. And it was Poulsen telling the press reports that we are no longer able to be qualified for the next round in the Champions League, but they will do everything for this game. Talking about the likes of Leipzig, they have never beaten an Australian club in the UEFA competition, and Sturm Graz from the likes of Austria, their last and only win over a German side was back in 1983. But then also we would like to give Leipzig a goal difference of 1 or 2 against Sturm Graz, and Sturm Graz will definitely try to make more it. So for that, we will give Sturm Graz a 1 goal with that complacency nature in it. But the most aspiring next game is that of Pep Guardiola's Manchester City against the like of Club Brugge. This game is definitely going to be big, because Manchester City definitely has to win this game against Club Brugge, because citizens are only 8 points with 25th spot. I mean, they are not in the top 24 of the Champions League table. Pep Guardiola, are you going to scratch more of your heads with those cut marks, or are you going to just get into those sublime moments? That is to be watched. But Club Brugge are on the 28th spot, 11 points more than City. Oh my God. Man City and Club Brugge can still qualify, but this is the game where both of them have to get going. I mean, they have the last chance at home against Brugge at the Etihad. These citizens will be watching it, but Manchester City, if they can overcome Club Brugge twice in Group A of the 2021 and 22 Champions League season, scoring 9 goals across the 2 fixtures. So yes, Manchester City, with this, we would definitely like to give them at least 2 goals, and Club Brugge of 1 goal. Manchester City can score many of that, I mean 3 goals maybe, but yes, giving Club Brugge a goal, because it is the last match day which Club Brugge will be playing. And talking about their performance in this league, I mean phase of the tournament, they have done it good. It is the next game, which is Bayern Munich at the Alliance against Slovan Bratislava. This game is also to be much of concerning, because Bayern has got those humiliating defeat in this Champions League against Barcelona, and it was the likes of Feyenoord 3-0 loss. I mean, Bayern were just stunned. They have got those 30 shots, 9 big chances. The forwards, the creativity inside the box of the opponents were nothing much seen from Bayern. But Bayern are also having some injuries. But it is the Alliance where Slovan Bratislava can do something. Bayern are undefeated in the UEFA competition contest with Slovakian clubs, and that is a 3-win for Bayern in all the matches which has been played, but a single draw is there. But that last of the encounter was in the year 1988, and Bayern with this at the home, we will definitely give Bayern a 2 goal, whereas to that of Slovan Bratislava a goal if they can score. But if Bratislava are going to score a goal, then definitely Bayern are going to get for those 3 goals. It is at the Alliance. I mean, Bayern would definitely want to qualify in the next phase of the Champions League, in the playoffs or in the top 8. That is to be much seen, because in our next game, it is the likes of the Serie A giants Inter Milan against Monaco. And Inter Milan, what Simone Inzaghi's team have just considered once. Oh my God. Inter Milan are 4th, 16 points. Monaco, doing so good, are on the 10th spot, and Monaco has caused those upsets against Barcelona. Oh my God. Monaco has done it this season, which is much to be proud of, but they are on the 10th spot with 13 points. With matchday 7 victories over Sparta Praha and Aston Villa, respectively, both Inter and Monaco are guaranteed a place. They are to be booked off, and they have those 16 points from 7 matches, and yes, just 1 goal. Despite playing against really strong sides, Simone Inzaghi's men in this, Inter have won 3 of their 4 matches against Monaco in the UEFA competition. And in this also, we will give Inter a 1 goal, or that is going to be a 2 goal for Inter Milan. And it is Monaco who will try their best to get a goal. That is my prediction for this. But the next game, it is the Dortmund with so many injuries against the likes of Shakhtar Donetsk. I mean, Shakhtar Donetsk are at the 27th spot, and Dortmund have confirmed their place on the 14th with 12 points. And the round of 16 or the knockout phase of Dortmund will definitely get a seat over there. But Shakhtar Donetsk can still qualify for the knockout phase, but they have to come big, because they are going to travel at the yellow wall of Dortmund to break into it. But Dortmund are undefeated. I mean, 3 wins, 1 loss UEFA competitions against Shakhtar Donetsk. Take all the back ages if you calculate about it. And the 5-2 aggregate trump in the round 16 of the route of the 2013 Champions League, Dortmund will not forget. And yes, at the home, we will definitely give Dortmund with that lagging form, as well as Donny Malen to Aston Villa. Dortmund have got few of their injuries back in the squad, and we will give Dortmund a 2 goal, whereas that of Shakhtar Donetsk a single goal. But if Shakhtar are going to score more, it will be definitely critical. It is going to be watched, but my predictions for this game is Dortmund scoring twice, and Shakhtar, it is that 1 goal which they will be having, because Gittens is definitely going to go and make some mark on it. The most happening game of this is that of Barcelona and Atlanta in this. I mean, both of these teams, Barcelona performing so good. Not that in the points table in the La Liga, but in the Champions League, Barcelona have outclassed Real Madrid, they have outclassed Bayern Munich, and most of the times Barcelona have been that lethal with their new centre-back high lineup with the new German coach Hansi Flick. Barcelona are at the 2nd spots, 18 points, and Atlanta on the 7th spot with 14 points. Definitely Barca are going to get astonishing success at Benfica, their first ever 5-4 scoreline in the Champions League to the final. That was a stealing victory. And Atlanta side, who have also scored 15 goals in the last 4 league phase games. Oh my god. I mean, it is the likes of Gasperini, Sly Fox, Italian strategy against the likes of Hansi Flick's German strategy into the Spanish club. Oh my god. This game is the most lethal one, and it is going to be just getting more news tomorrow morning, because it is the Catalans against the Azuris. But Barcelona's 67th UEFA competition across the Italian opponents, Barcelona have won those 32, 21 draws and 13 losses, but have just won out of their last 4. For me, in this game, if Barcelona are going to be lethal, then that would definitely go for them scoring thrice, because they are playing at their home. Whereas Atlanta, I would give them a 2 goal, because they have got the likes of Lookman as well as Catelliare, who have been doing so good. For me, in this game, it is definitely Barcelona going to go big. It is 3 goals or maybe more than that, but Atlanta with 1 or 2 goals, it will be Atlanta getting those defeats against Barcelona. And the next game, it is the likes of Leverkusen against Sparta Prague. Nothing much to be talked about this, because Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso at the 8th spot, 13th spot, and Sparta Prague on the 29th spot with 4 points. It is a lame game to be played, because Sparta Prague is just out of this, and Leverkusen's, they have got those defeats against Atletico Madrid, the Rojiblancos 2-1. It was on the stoppage time in the previous match day, but this game is going to be a cakewalk for Leverkusen at their home, and Leverkusen are definitely going to get it big with 2 goals, or it will be those of the 3 goals which they are going to be. But the next game which is going to happen is that of Juventus and Benfica. This Italian giants, I mean the old lady against Benfica. But to talk about this, Juventus has lost to Benfica in their last 4 meetings, and Benfica are the team, they can beat any team in the Champions League. Against Bayern, it was a 1 goal difference. That too was at the home of the Allianz Arena for Bayern. But if they are at the best of the top, and Benfica winning all the previous matches which they have faced against Juventus, and Thiago Motta's men have been drawing in the Serie A. They have got their last defeat in the Serie A, I mean just in the second half of the season with those 14 draws. This game, I would definitely like to get some sort of upsets, and it is Benfica scoring with the likes of Di Maria and whatnot. 2 goals or 3 goals maybe, and Juventus with the likes of Yildiz and many more in their company. Thiago Motta's men will definitely try to get those equalizers, but a 2 goal from Juventus will definitely be my take on this game. And the next is that of Dinamo Zagreb and Milan. I mean, this game is also one of those lame sides which we'll be talking, because Dinamo are definitely having those 26 points and the 8 points, whereas Milan are having the likes of 15 points. I mean, AC Milan, they have got Sergio Conceição in the team as the new manager with that Supercoppa Italia, but they have lost to Juventus. I mean, in the knockouts, I mean, in the semi-finals of the Supercoppa, they won, but in the Serie A, they lost. Milan is still trying to get some complacency in the team, as well as they have got Kyle Walker from Manchester City, the 2 fast right backs, left backs, Hernandez as well as Walker in the team for Milan. I mean, Canciaso would definitely want a stronger because his appointment from FC Porto to Milan came in where he was much relying on the four centre backs staying much at their defensive aspects. He has got the likes of Kyle Walker, some sort of changes which we'll be making, but this is the fifth UEFA competition meeting between these two clubs. Milan victorious in all the four previous meetings, and definitely in this also it is Milan who is going to get those 2 goals at least against the likes of Dinamo, because Dinamo are not in their best of their form. But the next game is between Salzburg and Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid with their form as well as their Griezmann and the likes of the Simeone, the new kid in the block, and Alvarez, the most biggest and the best transfer of this summer. Atletico will definitely have a cakewalk over here and defeating twice Salzburg in the Group A of the 2019 and 20 Champions League. That is Atletico going win with just 2 goals, I would say, not more than that, whereas Salzburg, who has faced Bayern in the friendlies, who has faced Real Madrid, and he has now Atletico Madrid, the Roger Blancos. That is Salzburg facing much. I mean, the experience which they can overtake from this competition will yield in much more in the upcoming years. That is what we can say about this. But Lille and Feyenoord, this is going to be another big game of this, because Lille are at the 12th spot and Feyenoord are on the 11th spot. I mean, for me to make the decision that how is Lille with Jonathan David going to do and the likes of Feyenoord, but Lille are yet to win against a Dutch club in the UEFA Nations League. I mean, UEFA Champions League. I mean, after 6 attempts, 1 draw and loss of 5 times, Lille in this game against Feyenoord in the previous match day getting those wins against Bayern. Oh my God, Lille is also one of their best forms. Feyenoord is also one of their 4 best forms. But still in this game, I would like to go with Lille getting those 2 goals and Feyenoord with a 1 goal, because this is a away game for Feyenoord to be played. That is what my predictions are. And yes, the next game is that of Aston Villa and Athletic. Celtic. Aston Villa is definitely Unai Emery's man, doing good in the Champions League, but not to be much seen in the Premier League. They are dropping those points, and yes, they have got those transfers, John Duron and many more to be played, Watkins and whatnot. But Unai Emery's men have won their previous 2 meetings against the Scottish sides in the UEFA competition and hitting 8 unanswered goals past the Hibernian cause, the 2 fixtures in the August 2023. It is Aston Villa against Celtic. They will definitely get, whereas the likes of Celtic, they have got few players back in the squad from the Saudi League as well. But then also it is Aston Villa getting those 2 goals against the likes of Celtic, Girona and Arsenal. I mean, what can you say about the likes of Arteta, because they have been a bit unbalanced, getting not those clinicals in the Premier League at the 2nd spot behind the likes of Jurgen Klopp. Oh my God, it is not Jurgen Klopp, it is the likes of Liverpool doing 8 good in the Premier League. But then also Arsenal are at the 3rd spot in the Champions League. Those 16 points are definitely pointing for them. And against Girona, it is their away game. But then also Girona's first meeting with the English club came with a 1-0 defeat to Liverpool on the matchday 6. Girona will definitely try to park their bus, but they are at the 34th spot. And this Champions League is just way beyond for them to expect this season. We would give Arsenal a 2-goal or it may be a 3-goal victory, which we can definitely assign for Arsenal to get it from Mikel Arteta's performance. And last game, which is that of Brest and Real Madrid to be played. Brest has scored much of the disappointments this season. I mean, this league they have played, Brest are at the 13th point and Real Madrid are at the 16th with 12 points. I mean, Brest are 1 point ahead of Real Madrid, and Real Madrid will definitely try to get a win of it. Kylian Mbappe back to his rolling form, Vinicius Junior back to his injuries, and it is David Alaba on the centre backs, back from a long period of injuries into the team. It is definitely Real Madrid going to crusade, but it is the 38th fixture which the French side Real Madrid are going to, I mean the Los Blancos, the elite one of this competition. Despite their strong record, 20 wins, 7 draws and 10 losses, they were beaten by Lille earlier in the league phase. And it is Brest, same from the French in the it is Real Madrid going to face Brest at an away game. In this game, I would definitely like to give Brest a goal, whereas the likes of Real Madrid getting those comebacks and that 2nd goal, and late in the stoppage time, Madrid will get those 3 goals. So it is what all about this league phase, which is going to be hacking. And with these predictions, Liverpool at the top, Barcelona 2nd spot, Arsenal 3rd spot, Inter 4th, Atletico 5th, Milan, Leverkusen, Aston Villa in the top 8s, Lille, Dortmund, Bayern, Real Madrid, Atlanta. It is Benfica, Monaco, Sporting CP up to the top 16th, and Feyenoord, Stuttgart, Brest, Juventus, Celtic, Man City, PSV Eindhoven, and Club Brugge up to the 24th spot. But Paris Saint-Germain has some sort of worries to be had in this game. And in the bracket for the playoffs, it will be definitely this going to happen for the playoffs. I mean, the playoffs will be just the schedules. I mean, the draws will be done the latter day of this match day 8. We will be having a look of it. But this is what it is going to be happening, because Bayern and Real Madrid, Manchester City or Celtic in the same draws, Juventus, Atlanta, Benfica and Brest in the same draws, Feyenoord, Stuttgart, Monaco and Sporting CP in the same draws. Oh my God. But on the other hand, it is the likes of PSV Eindhoven, Brugge, Lille and Dortmund. But in the KO of the playoff winner, Liverpool and Barcelona have to face those. Leverkusen and Aston Villa have to face those. And Atletico Madrid and AC Milan have to face that. And it is Arsenal and Inter. Oh my God, that is what from my side, which is going to happen in the Champions League Matchday 8. What are your predictions? Do tell us in the comment section and join our watch along tonight, just 40 minutes ahead of the time when the Matchday 8 is going. All our playlists are in the YouTube video section. Do have a watch on it and give your prediction. Keep going, guys. Bye-bye.